Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Welcome to the Dr. Roxanne Contee Show. We're going to have a great show today. We're going to have great guests that's coming up, great topics. I just want to talk about what happened this week. Everything was great this week with my students. I tell you, my students are wonderful. I love working with them. And I tell you, without the kids, they are our future. So we all got to remember, you have patience with children because they are our future. I want to give a shout out to everybody's birthday that's in May. A shout out to everybody's birthday. Yes. Oh, we have our guest here today. Her birthday is going to be tomorrow. And she actually is my cousin, but we will introduce her in a few. She's my cousin Jeannine. And we want to because her birthday is going to be tomorrow. And I know she's going to have a great fun tomorrow on her birthday. So, I want to give a shout out to all the congrats on the graduation. Everybody that graduated. We had Isha Malloy's son, Andre Malloy, which is my godson, he graduated, and Katrina's son, wonderful. Y'all, they did a good job getting them degrees. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Getting degrees is hard work, and it takes hard work. But let me answer the phone because we got a caller already. Dr. Roxanne Contee Show. Dr. Roxanne Contee Show. Okay. All right.
In other news.
Yeah, in other news. All right. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to introduce my host, which is Sharon Pearson, and she want to talk about what she did this week.
Okay. This week I had a pretty good week. Auditioned for this one particular film. I didn't get the role, but they recommended me to someone else, so I actually got the role for another film. So I'm going to be in a student film, and I can't say a whole lot about it, but it's totally different from who I am. So it's really going to be good, and I can't wait to start filming tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Wonderful.
Tomorrow.
Wonderful. Well, Sharon's always doing a lot of acting and modeling. She was in the movie Chase. So if you've never seen that, look on Tubi. You can see the movie Chase. And Sharon, matter of fact, how long we been together so far with this show? It's been what? It's almost a year or two.
Longer than a year.
2 years now, I guess.
Close to 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. We got to have an anniversary show.
Yes.
Can't wait till we do that. That's going to be something.
So what we want to do now, we want to introduce our two guys, which is the manager, Earl, and Brett Jolly, who is our tech man. They're going to come over here so we can have our one conversation and one topic to talk about.
You hear that? One?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
It's okay to have my coffee?
Yes. It's too late to ask, but you got
right?
it.
Right? Oh, that was a good one.
Isn't that a good one? Yes.
Oh.
But you have it, it's okay. You have it now, that's okay.
Thank you.
You're looking handsome today. And so are you, Brett.
Well, thank you, but it's a pleasure to sit behind this guy. This guy looks like he should run for president.
Oh, yes, he looks good. Both of y'all look good today. So, the president. Yeah, president. Okay.
Yeah, if Trump can win, I could win.
Yes.
That's a whole nother.
That's a whole. But guess what? Since they brought that up, we're going to talk about the mayor election. We want to talk about that for a minute. Y'all think y'all can definitely talk about that? Because that's interesting. What's going on? Sherelle Parker.
Yes.
And so when she's going to go against Donald, what's David O?
David O, yes.
So let's talk. What do y'all think about the primary?
Well, I think she'll be a good candidate, and from looking at her bio and everything, she has done a lot for the city and educating people. She's a teacher too. She's a teacher also, like you, right?
Yes.
So I think she'd be good. What's your opinion on that?
I agree. I think it would be great. I'm at a point now where I want to see any politician speak the truth and not speculation about Jewish space lasers and all kinds of other crazy stuff.
They don't pertain to us, right?
Is that right? It don't
The
pertain
city.
to us,
Oh, we got a call.
And positive things.
It says spam. So, well, no. Dr. Roxanne Contee show.
Hey, it's your brother Tibbs down here.
Hey,
What up, Q?
what's up, Q? How are
What up,
you?
brother?
Yes.
I'm excited. You know, I got my favorite show on the radio. I'm in my work truck. Everybody's here listening, ready for an amazing show.
All right.
Two super duper hostesses. I'm not going to hold the line. I'm excited about the guests, and I just want to let you know we love you down here. We appreciate you and Sharon and what y'all doing for local artists. God bless you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Q. You always support us. We really appreciate you. That's our brother Q, calling up. He always support us and everything we do when we on the show. We really appreciate you calling. God bless you, and you have a blessed day today.
You too. God bless. Keep on keeping on.
All right.
Thank you, my
Thank
good
you.
brother.
All right. It was wonderful. So what do you say? You could finish saying about
Yeah. The basic gist is the real winner out of all of this are the people of Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
If you got somebody that represents your interests,
Yeah.
then in that case it's a great choice. People, the process we went through is what the people use, and they chose her.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm glad of. So at this point, how she handles herself and what she does will say a lot, because we got a lot that we got to try to correct.
And not only that, that's history. A black woman,
Right.
mayor candidate for
Right.
city of Philadelphia, and it's the 100th
Yeah.
mayor.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be in the books.
Yes.
Yeah, but keep in mind though, history does not make her a great mayor.
No.
What she does, but yes, you're absolutely right. It's it's historic, and it's a great thing, and I look forward to it. I'm going to give her every opportunity from my
Yes.
perspective to show what she can do.
I think she'd be great.
Help her along.
I think she'd be great because even with the candidates, my thing is let's do what we do. Let's say what we're going to do, and because we are going to vote for people. We want to see change. We definitely want to see change, and sometimes we don't see that. But I believe that Sherelle Parker will be a great candidate for mayor. I really do. That's just my opinion.
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know yet because I don't know enough about her yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go into my research bag, and I definitely would like, she's the fact that she's a woman and she's African American. But I want to do my research. But I also want to put it out there. People don't get too comfortable because I had to remind people she didn't win the race yet.
Right.
This is the primary.
Yes.
So don't
Right.
be so quick to be like, oh,
She's a
you know,
Democratic
that doesn't mean
candidate.
right. And people don't realize.
Yes.
Let me tell you something about David O. A lot of people like David O, even though he's a Republican, because I didn't realize he was a Republican until like later on,
Right.
because he doesn't fit the typical Republican
The mold.
persona.
And I understand what you're saying
And he does
because
a lot.
he supports others. He supports. Yes, he does. And I've seen that happen with him.
He's a big supporter of the arts.
Yes.
If you're in arts and entertainment, you know who David O is, and he really fought. So this is going to be a real interesting race. So that's why I said people don't get so comfortable and like, oh, she got it. Y'all better get up on their butts and vote. No vote, no voice. That's
And that's the case in every election.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yes.
Because, that's what got Hillary bounced out.
Mm-hmm.
They said some things, and then all of a sudden, Trump ended up winning. But if we complacent and we don't do what we're supposed to do, then we lose out on the interests of what we want to have.
Yeah, that's true. So what you, sir, because I know me and you talked a lot about the candidate and, about what you think she would do.
But this is a Democratic city. It's 7-1 Democratic, from history, and we'll see how it goes along,
But if people don't get off their butts and vote.
Well, see, that's what
and
it
it
is.
was a low turnout.
But
Did
you know
y'all
what?
that?
You know what? Remember when
Did
we
you
had...
know it was a low turnout?
Yes.
Only like 20% of people came out.
Yeah. But that's the sad part. Because when we were voting for Biden and Trump, everybody was arguing and fighting, never wanted to go, never went out to vote. But they had all this argument on who won. You cannot say that when you don't get out and vote. You have to get out and vote. You have to make yourself present. You have to, even if it's mail, now you got mail-in votes. So some people don't want to go out, and that's fine. So do the mail-in vote because your voice count. Okay, your voice count. If you don't want to get out and do this, it's really on you. And when whoever wins, It's on you. Don't complain about whoever wins.
Exactly.
Because you don't get out and vote. This is why it's important to get out and vote.
And I agree wholeheartedly
Mm-hmm.
what Dr. Roxanne said, because if you don't think voting counts, just go back and look at what happened when Al Gore lost to George Bush. I mean, voting counts. It was so close. And everybody says, oh, my vote. My thing is no vote, no voice. That's just how I feel. Did you vote? I'm not telling you who to vote for. I don't want to hear it.
And the polls stay up until what, 8? There's no excuse.
Right.
It's not like you got to pay to vote.
Right.
I mean, like, just get out and vote. I mean, it really is.
And on top of that, our forefathers died for us to have this right to vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
People gotta realize
Yeah,
that.
I'm glad you said that.
Look at your history, you know.
Yeah.
People that you love.
You're right. We can have a whole
And
show.
gave
on
us the
this.
right that we have today.
Yes.
If they didn't vote, we wouldn't have the right that we have today.
That is very true.
You know.
And keep in mind that, you know, no one person is perfect. We've had candidates, we've had mayors before. They may not have been what they should have been. Right, you know, so the thing about it is, you know, the test will be told as she goes through her, providing that she wins.
Right.
If she goes through her term. You know, but I'm going to give her all the support I can because she's entitled to that, truthfully, from all of us.
Yes.
Right. And only the one mayor can't do it alone. They got to have the people in Harrisburg because they hold a lot of money for things in the school district and different places. Like 75% of the money comes from Harrisburg to the schools. And we're not going to say no names about one governor took like $1 billion out of the schools. And we all came together to get another mayor. That's why he was a one-term mayor. You know, everybody know.
One-term, right.
One-term governor. He was a one-term governor. And he holds most of the money for the school district of Philadelphia.
But you know, also with this gun violence, I think that should be the biggest thing that they handle. The gun violence is out here today.
But the state makes the rules of the gun violence. You know, I got to say it to the mayor that we just going out. He tried to put a law in. He tried to put a law in, but they threw it out. The Supreme Court threw it out because they said the state only can make gun rules. The city of Philadelphia cannot make gun rules for only their city.
Let me say about the outgoing mayor, good riddance, because that could be like a whole nother show, because he was apathetic. You a mayor, you professional, you get angry, but you gonna get up, in front of the public and be like, well, I can't wait until I'm out of office. That's what I said.
I know he lost it, but he has done a lot of positive things. A lot of people don't realize it because actually I know him personally, and he has done a lot of positive things. And you look on the books. See, some people are looking from the outside, looking in. But I knew him because I even drove him many times before when he was a councilman.
Right.
And I know his views and his point of view. And they have roadblocks, just like I was telling you that one incident about the state versus the city. They always go to Supreme Court. That's why we couldn't get rid of the guns because a lot of money comes from the state and the federal. Right. And did you know you can get guns right off the internet? You get ghost guns and everywhere. But that should not be.
Right.
Well,
that should not be.
No, it shouldn't be.
But the attitude.
It's the government and the state. But so some people they lose their emotion and everything, and they say things they shouldn't say.
Right.
You know. But he tried to do good. He tried to do good. I'm gonna say it like that.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. We gonna disagree on him because, like I said, when you at that type
that's
of
what we are here.
position,
You can't disagree.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know what? They could put tracers on phones. They could put tracers on cars. Can't they put a tracer on a gun to find out whether or not it's being utilized?
Well, they got serial numbers and everything.
But they need to give. This is the biggest topic. That is the biggest topic to me. And you know why? Because I lost my child.
Right.
So it's like, get to the bottom of this. This is really terrible. People mothers and fathers are losing their kids every day.
Yes,
for what? Oh, it's some nonsense. Nonsense.
And not only that, the NRA.
Yes.
See, what happened is the congressmen that make the laws and stuff. These are the people that turn their backs away, and they don't make the proper laws to get rid of these guns and stuff. It comes up bigger. It comes from seas everywhere. It's bigger than just one city. You know.
Right, but you can't regulate mentality, and the problem is, I'm not a gun person. I'm like not into NRA, but the problem is that there are people who are out there getting guns legally, They're following the procedures, but you can't regulate mindset and crazy. So say, for example,
but that's where mental health come in there.
Right.
That's
But
where
I'm just
mental
saying,
health come in there.
or just you just can't regulate that. So say Roxanne had a gun legally. You know, she got it the proper channel. She did whatever.
Well, we do.
She go up, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Right. But you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We understand.
Legally, and you go out there and do something. So it's like, okay, well, regulate this. What can you do? Now, I do believe you should regulate the type of guns, but like I said, we could have a whole nother show about that.
That could be
that's a
a
whole nother show.
Who needs
So,
an AR-15? That's for the war. You got 100 rounds.
Let me answer this.
Who needs that? Unless you're going to kill people.
Dr. Roxanne Contee show.
That's what it's for.
There's a killing machine.
It's a killing machine.
Oh, good morning. How you doing? That sound like Marguerite. That's what sound. How you doing?
What up, Lady Maya?
How you doing?
Good morning.
Lady Maya.
Good morning, Sharon, Earl, Brett. Good morning. Good
What's
morning.
up?
Yes.
Yeah, Sharon and good morning to you.
Yep.
I just wanted to drop this right quick and then go back to cooking.
Drop it right quick.
Cheryl Parker. Yes, I work with the school district, and I'm at the cusp of wanting to retire. And she may have just pushed me to retire because she wants year round.
Oh, yeah.
She went year-round school, yeah.
And the superintendent agreed on it, too.
She said, I can't do it. She said, I can't do it.
I'm about to retire, too.
We can do a whole nother show on him.
But you know what? Even though she wants to push that, I don't think,
It's going to pass.
it's going to pass because
It ain't going to pass.
the kids need a break. The teachers need a break.
They need to go to school.
And it's okay that that's what she wants. That's fine. But like you said, you can't do that. But I'm a retiree. And guess what? I'm a retiree, but guess what? I am in school. I'm in the job a whole lot. I mean, I'm there.
You went back.
I went back for, to help out. But I have not been absent maybe once or twice in 3 years. Well, 3 years that I've been in the building sub. And that's a great thing because usually subs come when they want. Don't come, maybe they come on a Monday, might not be on a Tuesday. They come and do what they want. But I have been there every day, Monday through Friday, only absent one time if it wasn't for a funeral or something like that. So that's a blessing.
Thank you.
But yeah, so you have another caller, and we thank you for calling, Marguerite.
Oh, absolutely. You guys have a wonderful day.
All right, you too.
See, that's where research come in. Because I didn't know that about her. So that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Hello, Dr. Roxanne Contee
I
show.
heard about that.
Hey, it's Positives again. I just want to add one more comment. I'm listening to you, and we're talking about the politicians in the state that we're in. I would just say this piece of advice, if I can. I'm going to free your lineup.
Yeah.
Follow the politician's track record. Make sure they have your community's interests at hand.
Yes.
Right.
That's the first important thing. There's a lot of people throwing their hats in the arena either for personal gain,
Yes.
because of, some political influence, some kind of investor influence, or just the mere stake because they have something behind them.
Right.
Yes.
Follow that track record. Make sure they have your community interests first and foremost.
Yes.
A lot of
That's
these
right.
politicians don't live in our community, and
Thank
next thing
you.
you know, they got all these buildings,
Right.
they owning all this land.
That's right.
Too.
That's right.
Look at Black ones.
Yes. Thank you so much. That was Q. Thank you again, Q. All right. Yes. So we want to thank you guys because we got to have our guests on. Thank you for your topic. Thank you, Earl, because you was really educating a lot of us on about today. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate you because you was doing a lot of it.
He's well dressed.
Glad to be in the
Yeah,
show.
he said well dressed.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Well, look, he got pink on.
You got to forget you.
Yeah, I'm trying to match my wife a little bit.
We always try to match. Yeah, we try
Me
to
and Sharon
match each
are
other.
outcasts.
No,
You match it. You got black and silver.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Roxanne, can I
But
just
let me
say one last thing?
one thing, and then I'm gonna say something. Go ahead. You want
So
to say?
speaking about polls, Roxanne mentioned about the polls. Just remember, people out there swinging on polls, swing on a voter poll.
There you go.
All
All
right.
right.
Also, I have to mention this, y'all. I have to mention this. My sister on Sunday, on Mother's Day, had gave me a bracelet. This is beautiful. And it has on here, remembering, I love you, Mom. She said, my son, I had to do my job. Your son wanted me to get this to you. And that right there just brought all kinds of emotion and tears. So I just have to say shout out to Fran Charles Simmons. Thank you so much. She made my Mother's Day. I just want to give a shout out to my sister.
All right.
Good friends. Yeah. So now we're going to have our guest. Our first guest would be Jeannine. Come on over, Jeannine. Gateway.
right.
Gatewood. I'm sorry.
Gatewood.
Jeannine Gatewood. How are you, Jeannine? Look at it. Looking beautiful. How you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
Looking beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Actually, Jeannine is all related to us also.
Yes.
She's family.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So, Jeannine, can you tell us a little bit about you and what you do?
Yes, but before I tell you about me, I
Yes.
just want to thank you.
Yes, no
Thank
problem.
you both for having me here. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
allowing me to be on your platform
Yes.
to discuss a topic that's extremely serious for
Yes.
each and every one of us. You guys look wonderful.
Thank
I
you.
love your shirt.
Thank
you
you.
guys are
Thank you.
always on point.
Yeah,
are always
thank
on
you.
point. You know, and yes, like Sharon said,
Mhm.
get to the voting polls.
Yes, get to the vote.
No
booth.
vote, no voice.
No vote.
Period.
Yep.
Period. And
Mhm.
also, like Q said,
Mm-hmm.
investigate, review,
Yeah.
see what they're doing. And on a personal note, I was thinking about voting for someone,
Mm-hmm.
and so my sister pulled my coattail, and she started explaining things, but she had been really in that arena for
Okay.
a bit. And I was like, oh, that really like kind of went over my
Right.
head. And like he said, a lot of them may not live in our neighborhoods or communities that they are
Yep.
saying they're going to serve.
Right.
Yes.
So, but what interest
Yeah.
are you really serving?
Serving,
The
right.
people's or your own?
Right.
Are you here to pad your pocket or are you here to really,
yeah.
Right.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I would love to come back for your gun control and your
Yes.
any other
yeah.
pockets
Yes,
that you have.
thank
You
you.
know what I mean? Because it's important for
Mhm.
our communities, but it's important for us as humans.
Mhm.
The human experience.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
Yes. Okay.
So, about me, my name is Jeannine Gatewood. If you read it, it looks like it's Jeannine, but it's pronounced Jeannine.
It's called yes.
Like the number 9. And I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. I also work for the city of Philadelphia, and I have my own business.
Okay.
And my own business is in the it's in the financial
Mhm.
industry realm under life insurance.
Okay.
Right.
And so I just wanted to come here and share with your guests and your audience today just how important it is to have life insurance
Yes.
in place.
Yes, it is.
One thing, when is your birthday?
December 4th, 1963.
When's your
Mine,
birthday?
June 13th. June 13th, 1962.
Mine is tomorrow.
Yes, yes. Happy birthday. Shout out to
Happy
her.
birthday.
Happy birthday to her.
So when's your death date?
Don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know either.
Exactly.
Don't know.
So we all know we're going to leave here
Yeah,
one day.
one day, right.
And we don't know when that date is. So
Right.
the sooner you get life insurance, the better.
Right.
So basically, I came into the business because I was tired of seeing, especially our people,
Right.
not having finances and resources in place.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, you have an unexpected situation,
Mm-hmm.
or even someone that's older or sick or whatever. But if you don't have that final expense plan in place, someone is going to be doing the GoFundMe.
Right.
And
Right.
less than 20% of those pay out the full value.
Mhm.
So you're still stuck with not having enough money to put your loved one away.
Yes.
So I'm here for the anti-GoFundMe death, burial, funeral.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, and that's what I do.
Yes. You know what I wanted to say? When my son, who's to say, even with your kids, you never think your kids are going to go before you, right? You never think that. But the blessed part about it, I was smart enough to have the life insurance. Some people don't have it, especially the kids. You saying your kids ain't going before you. They're young. They're not going away. But you don't know. So that's why it was smart to have it. And I think I was taught from my father and mother. My mom and dad always had life insurance. And they used to tell us, make sure you have it. And the thing of it is, I don't care if it's on your job. Make sure you have another one. Because on your job, it doesn't matter. You can leave that job today, tomorrow, somebody can fire you. And you won't, your insurance is gone.
Absolutely. I'm
So,
glad you know that.
yes, and I know
I'm so
that.
glad because that is one of the
Yes.
things that I do talk to my clients about. That's
Right.
part of what I do.
Right.
Like, first of all, do you know the 2 types of main life insurance?
Mm-hmm.
Do
The
you know
2 types of, no, the 2 types is,
Sharon?
is it
Term
pro-
and
oh, you mean term and whole
There
life,
you go.
yeah. Term and whole life,
You know
yeah.
how they work?
You can explain
Kind
to
of,
us.
sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't
So
remember exactly.
that's fine.
but
I'm here to
kinda,
explain.
sorta
Yes.
remember.
That's great. So your term insurance is a temporary insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it goes for a particular term or either to a particular age.
Yes.
So let's say you have term insurance for a 10-year term,
Mm-hmm.
20-year term, or a 30-year term, or either up to age 85.
Right.
Well, yeah, it goes up. That it would
Up
go
to-
up.
That part. That part.
Yes, it
and,
will.
and actually, I think what she means is the premium.
The
goes
premium
up.
will go
Absolutely.
up after a certain age. Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
And I have no issues with either. I
Okay.
let my clients make their decision based on the education information that I give them.
Right.
So basically, and I'm only going to talk really basic today.
Mhm.
Basically, you have your term insurance, which is temporary, 20, 30,
Mhm.
10, 20, or 30-year term.
Mhm.
It's for a specific amount of time or either to a specific age.
Right.
And what's really good about term is you can get a lot of coverage
Mhm.
for a small amount of money,
Right.
right?
Right.
But you need to know that as it goes on,
Mhm.
the premium, as you said, it will increase,
Yes, increase. Mhm.
right? And you can age out.
Right.
You can really age
Age
out.
out.
But the great thing is, what if something happens? Like I said, we don't know our death date.
We don't know. No.
So
we
if you
don't.
have small children, you have a mortgage, you know, you
Mhm.
want to replace your income if
Mhm.
something happens while your children are young, or you have a mortgage that you need to pay off.
Mhm.
Term is excellent for that because you can really get a large sum to
Sum.
take care of your family when you're gone.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But it does not
Mhm.
accumulate cash values, dividends, or
Yeah, right.
anything of that nature.
Yeah.
Whereas with whole insurance,
Mhm.
you have a set premium.
Mhm.
It doesn't run out. It's for your whole entire life. Sometimes even up to like age 120.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, wow.
You grow. Your
Mhm.
money can grow. It's called cash value.
Yeah.
In the industry, we call it CV.
TV.
So what that means for you as a client and as
Mhm.
having a whole life policy is that your money will accumulate over time. Sometimes in certain companies you can even get dividends and interest, which is
Wow.
free money.
Wow.
Okay. So as your money is growing over here, we call it a living benefit.
Mhm.
So what that means is you don't have to wait to pass away to enjoy the benefits of your life insurance
Yes.
policy. So let's
Yeah.
say you get it on a younger child or you get it while you're young,
Right.
right? And you have time for it to grow and now you want to go buy your first home.
Mhm.
You can really go there like the bank almost.
Yes.
And you can let them know, I need to borrow this money
Mhm.
to help with my down payment on my home.
Right.
So that's one of the living benefits that you have with whole life insurance
Mhm.
because it does grow. It's there for all of your life. The premium is set. It doesn't increase. Whereas with term, as your term expires and you want to continue with it,
Right.
it's going to increase.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow, that's wonderful. And what made you get into the selling life insurance?
It had been presented to me years and years and years ago. I was very young.
Mhm.
But I did not, at that time, as a young 20-year-old, really didn't even see the value in it. Like,
Right.
I'm not doing that. I don't want to think about that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't. They feel like it's a morbid thing. You don't want to think about it. But it's real.
It's real.
You know, people on their GoFundMe pages. Why? Because they have no insurance.
Absolutely.
If it was insurance in place, you wouldn't have to have that GoFundMe page because there's a lot of people don't think when it comes to that. Because everybody thinking they're going to, a lot of people think they're going to be here forever.
That part.
But that part, but they're not. We all know it's a date, a time that we're leaving here. You can go out today and go out tomorrow, whatever, and something happened to you, then you might not come back home. So people need to listen to you about life insurance. They need to find out how to get life insurance. Some people say, well, I'm sick already. Now, I'm going to ask you that question. Maybe people want to know. If they are sick already, are they able to still get like life insurance, or would it just be high premiums? Or
I'm glad you asked that question. So, yes, a couple of things. With me, I am an independent insurance broker.
okay.
So what that means for my client is I work for you. I don't work for a company per se. So I have relationships and can get contracted with over like 80 carriers.
Okay.
So when I have a client, and I let people know I can insure people from like infants to 85.
Okay.
Cancer diagnosis, stroke, heart attack, incarceration,
Okay.
alcohol or drug abuse, transplants, it's, you know,
Wow.
at certain, you know, just diabetes, high blood pressure, different elements that people in real life deal with.
Yes.
And I do understand they are concerned about, well, how can I get insurance? So if I have a company that will deny a person after they do their medical background, because all insurance companies do the same thing.
Right.
There's certain information that me as an insurance broker is going to ask my potential client.
Right.
And when they answer those, I have to submit that to the underwriter. The underwriter does their thing, and they look at the medical, the MIB, which is the medical bureau, and the driver's license record. They look at all these things, and then they decide what they want to do.
Wow.
So if I have a client that something came up, sometimes people might not tell you everything, and that's fine because the underwriter will find it.
Right.
And it's like zero judgment. It's zero judgment. I'm not here for that.
Right.
I'm here to make sure that you have a plan in place so that your family can take care of your final expenses.
Yeah.
And maybe take care of some things afterwards.
Right.
So let's say we do have someone with a cancer diagnosis and they're not in the traditional manner. I have a company that will insure them pretty much the same day, no medical questions asked.
Wow.
And at least their final expenses will be done, and at least they won't be looking at having a GoFundMe funeral, if that makes sense.
So I have a question.
Right.
So would that make their premium higher because they have an illness or a pre-existing condition? Would that make their premium higher?
So,
Like say for example, if I was paying, I'm in good health, I'm paying $50 a month. So someone who's ill or has a serious, terminal illness, would their premium,
Sky high.
go up?
great question, and people always have that question. And what I will say is this, with any life insurance, I don't care who you deal with, it's always based on two things, and that is your age and your health. So quite naturally, if you have someone that's 52 years old, they can even be in pretty good health, and someone that's 18 years old and they're getting the same company, the same as, let's say they want $50,000 coverage, right? The 18-year-old that is in great health, premium is not going to be the same as the 52-year-old that's not in such great health for the same amount of coverage.
Right.
So the earlier you get life insurance, the better.
Right.
The better. A lot of times people want to wait. And talking about waiting, like you said, when you have insurance on your job, so let's just talk about that.
Well, see, that's the thing.
That myth, a lot of people don't understand it. They're like, well, I have life insurance on my job, or I work 2 jobs, and that's wonderful. I'm glad that you with a company that want to take care of you.
But see, they can fire you, they can get rid of you, and then
what?
Where's your life insurance?
Then what?
This is what I'm saying. Now, this is me personally. I believed in it all my life. I'm telling you, I believed in life insurance, and I do have to give it to my mom and dad because they taught us all to make sure you have life insurance. I don't care if you're working.
That's right.
Make sure you have life insurance. So I always did. So I told my husband, make sure. So I tell him all the time. He had said, I got you on the job. I'm good. We good. I said, no, we're not. I'm going to make sure I have extra to make sure we, because anything you're going to retire soon. So you won't have it. So I'm going to make sure you have it before you retire. Now I retired, so I had to make sure I got something for him in case something happened to me.
Absolutely.
So I did all that because I know that that's important. And I know some people might say that, I can't afford this. But if you can afford to have parties, go out partying, go out doing this kind of stuff. Hey, you can afford doing all this. Okay, let's go. This is coming up. Y'all got $100 to pay for that. Or let's think about the most important things is having life insurance. That's most important.
That is so true. And to piggyback off what Dr. Roxanne said, it's interesting. People act like they can't afford it.
Right.
Let me ask you this first. So, what can you do to encourage people? Because people are like, well, my kids are young, I can't afford it. But I see people doing all these prom send-offs, paying thousands of dollars for a gown. Like I said, prom send-off, concerts and all kinds of stuff. And you're saying you can't afford it, but it's like a little bit here and there. How can you encourage people to do that? And then one last thing is, people don't realize what a burden it is on the people you leave behind if you don't have life insurance. Because then you got this person and that person. Well, grandma Sally, she wanted to be buried in a gold casket and a carriage with wheels and stuff like that. And grandmama policy lapsed, or she didn't cash it all out.
Right. But another thing. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cremate. And so it's going to cost you just as much. Honey, today cremation is not $1,000. Cremation is like even $5,000 and up now. So you still need money to do cremation. People are, just cremate me. I'll be okay. You still need money to be cremated. People don't understand that. Now, I don't believe in cremation myself. I don't believe in it. That's just me, my religion. I just don't believe in it. But some people do believe in cremation. So, so I tell them all the time, it's not, you have to be, you have to be wise. You have to be wise and understand, about different life insurances, and you can do your homework. Some life insurance is cheap as I don't know what, $20,000. $20,000 will bury somebody. Yes, $13,000 sounds kind of hard.
And it puts a burden on a family.
Right. So to Sharon's question is, how do we encourage people?
Yes.
Just by having conversations and telling stories, right? Mm-hmm. True stories, not making. We don't have to make anything up.
Sure.
There's so many stories I hear that we in the business, we hear it all the time. And it's really heartbreaking because it does. You leave a burden on a family. My thing is, you already passed away. It's shocking enough to your family. They already, let them just grieve.
Right.
My thing is, let them grieve. Don't put them in debt. Yeah. You understand what I mean? And then with me, I'm going to work with you to find the best company, the best carrier to fit your budget. Mm-hmm. Basically, right now, today, a final expense to bury someone, funeral, but just the basic is about $15,000.
Yes.
And that's just to put you away. And if you want to leave something, we could talk about that. Mm-hmm. So when I'm talking to my clients, I let them know, and I start there. And then we'll start talking. I'll let them know what it is, and I'll give them an amount. Right. After they answer the questions, because you start to answer questions. It's not cookie cutter.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I just let them know. You let them know a story. As if, like, one woman was trying to get life insurance for her husband, and she kept putting it off. And within 2 months, something tragic happened to him.
Oh,
she had no insurance.
Oh,
and that insurance could have been in place for a few dollars a month. Mm-hmm. We find money for what we want.
Yes.
Like you said,
find money
for a lot of things that mean something to you personally. Your child graduating, you want to have a great send off. That means something to that person. It might look ridiculous to another person, but to that person, it really meant something to them. Now, and I just want to let them know the same way that means something, know that you do, and your life is valuable. So let's not leave here and leave that burden and grief. Like, we can't even grieve because you're over here trying to rob people, pay Paul, or you got your head out, which is the GoFundMe, or you making phone calls.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I had a relative that passed away, and a policy had lapsed, and we didn't know.
Oh, wow.
So that's the other thing. When you get it, you have to make sure it doesn't lapse, because it's like you never had it.
Right.
And we were in this unfortunate position. We really couldn't even grieve because, you had to put the funeral together.
Yes.
But it costs money. Like you said, it doesn't matter if you're cremated, whatever. It costs to be born.
Right.
And it costs to leave here.
Yeah, then they want to ask family members, let's all go in on.
And people going to do it because they love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fine. And they would do that.
Right.
But in the meantime, I didn't have to ask no one.
For anything.
No one.
And how did you feel?
And I was grieving.
How did you feel?
I felt good. But I was grieving as a mother. To lose a child is the worst feeling in the world. Okay? But because I had insurance and everything, once he was buried, and everything, I had everything up.
You had peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
That's the thing.
And that, I miss my son every day. Don't get me wrong, I love him, miss him every day. But the name of I got a plot with his picture on it, his handsome self. We always would see it. When we go up there, we see his handsome self on that picture. So I was able to pay for all that. You understand? I was able to pay for that because of the fact that I had life insurance. And I didn't ask anybody to pay it.
Tell them how important it is.
And it's very important. It's very important. I'm grieving. I'm a mother. With the losing child, people that never lose a child, they would never understand the way I feel. And once I had the life insurance, I could have been, if I had no life insurance, oh my gosh, and I would have been like, okay, I got to go out of pocket, let me go to the bank, I got to do this, I could do that. Yes, you have a savings for you to live. Your savings for you. It's not for tragedies. Your savings for you. You need your savings because you might have a house. You want to pay this off. So have the life insurance in case something happened. We don't know what the day of tomorrow is going to bring any of us. Things happen to us every day. People are dying every day.
And to talk about that savings, because I've had this come up too, Sharon. Someone said, well, I don't want to pay that. I can just pay that for myself instead of paying them.
Right.
And we have to change our mentality. We got to change the framework.
Yes.
So like you said, if I'm putting the money away, just like I'm just going to put it away in case, for when I die.
Yeah.
What if something come up?
Right.
That's the first thing you're going to touch.
Yes.
If something tragic happens, you're going to reach in there. Whereas if you have it already set with a company, it's nothing. You're not going to touch it.
Yes.
And it's going to be there. You know what I mean?
But see, to say, it's like I said, I was always like that. I was like that for years. My son, I had one. I'm gonna bring it up. I have one of my ex. We've been married in the 80s. We were married in the 70s.
And you can.
Let
me speak to that.
That's smart.
Let me speak to that.
I still have it.
Let me speak to
That's
that.
smart.
That's great.
Okay.
So
That's
one
smart.
thing about insurance, when we get insurance, you can get insurance on someone as long as you have a certain relationship. They don't say it has to be forever.
Right.
So if you're married and you have a life insurance on each other and you get a divorce, you
Right.
don't have to stop paying the policy.
No, and I didn't.
Because a lot of times, even in divorce, those people, because you had such a connection with the family,
Right.
if they don't have anything, your name is going to come up.
Right.
Let's call her. She got kids with this gentleman. He has children with her. You know what I mean? They might not be together, but the children are still involved.
Right. That was my
So
son's
at least
father,
this
right.
way, you still don't have to go figuring out how I'm going to get this money. I got to go on my savings. Have a small policy. It ain't for me to gain.
Right.
It's never that.
Right.
It's for me to help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Hey, I had this policy. You need a couple of $1,000. Here you go. It was for $5, whatever it was for. You can
And
turn
never
it
for-
over
and-
and you can help
Right.
with that situation, especially if a person does not have anything in place.
Because it was for my son was the beneficiary on it, and I was the beneficiary. Both of us were. So like I said, I kept it. I never got rid of it, and that was back in the 80s, beginning 80s. I kept it, and that's my son's father. So the thing of it is I didn't let it go, and I didn't delete it. I just kept it, and that's what you do because it's important. So that's why. And I have and me and my husband now we have one together. Because even
and I
after
want to talk about one other thing, because you did bring this up as far as when people have insurance on their job.
Right.
And that's great, again. But I do want to stress, when you have insurance on your job, it's wonderful. However, you have to get your own personal policy that you want to pay on, because that job, you can get downsized. The industry can really go away. We're looking at a world right now that things are rapidly changing. Or anything can happen. You can get sick, disabled, and you just not working, and now you're trying to get insurance. Now you have an issue because you still need it, but it's going to cost you more. And I always try to let my people know, I'm not here to rob you. That is not my thing. My thing is, my heart is for people who are not insured and knowing what their family and friends are going to have to deal with outside of just mourning you. So let's not do that. Go ahead and get your policy. The younger the better, the healthier the better. But even if you have issues, I do have people that can give you same-day coverage without many medical questions, and it'll at least take care of your burial. As I said, right now it costs about $15,000. And burials increase at a rate of 4% a year. I don't know if you know that. So in years to come, the same thing that's costing $15,000 might be $30,000.
But you know what else you can do? And I was telling people that buy the plots. You can buy plots early too. You can,
you do all that through your insurance.
You can do that through your insurance and that too. Now, Earl, you wanted to say something? I know he had raised his hand.
I said, do you have the policy where you can borrow from it if you have?
That would be a whole life.
Life.
That's a whole life. That's a benefit of having whole life, and that's called a living benefit, which you don't get with term. And also, as far as term, like I said, I like term, and I love whole. So I let my people know, and I encourage them to use term, which is temporary, as a supplement to your whole life. So you get the best of both worlds. You know what I mean?
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
Well, guess what? Let everybody know how to follow you. You have another question, Earl?
Yes, I do.
You know?
And how say a middle class man about 50-something years old, what is the basic policy for would be like for $100,000 or something?
The premium?
Yeah.
It depends. Once again, it's so
no
not cookie
health
cutter.
issues. No.
It's not cookie cutter. It could be
Okay.
at that age. It could be maybe 90 because you're over a certain age. The closer you get to age 70, because that's how they look at it, right? It's industry wide. I don't care who you go with. The closer you get to age 70, because they look at that like the death age. Okay, so the closer you get there, you see how this is going. So you like 18, 20, 30, 40, 50. Your premium going to be higher. So it could be, and don't quote me on this because it also depends on what company you go with.
Yes.
It depends on your health.
Right.
Because you can be healthy, but it could be a height to weight ratio that the underwriters is the one who decides that. We don't. We have nothing to do with that.
Right.
Once we take your application, we fill in everything, they're going to look at your age, height, weight.
everything.
Height and weight goes under your health. So you could be healthy, no diabetes, no cancer scares, no high blood pressure, anything, but your height and weight could be a little off as far as that chart is concerned.
Yeah, I'm a little.
You know what I mean? But
20
that could
pounds
be
a little
7, that could
overweight.
be 60, 70, 80, somewhere in there. You
But
know
I
what
believe
mean?
they're gonna
But I
change
never give those type of quotes. The only time I give a quote is when I run the numbers.
Right.
I run the numbers.
But I believe they're going to, one day they're going to make that, they're going to change that because a lot of younger ones are leaving here earlier than the older people. You know what I'm saying? They're getting killed. You know, different things are happening to them. So they might change that price. You know, you never know because it's sad because that's what's happening. If you look at
They'll
it.
change the price because what insurance companies do is they purchase a risk. They're buying a risk, and the risk is of you dying too soon.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a unilateral relationship. So let's say I get insurance and only have it for 3 months. It's for $100,000, and I'm paying at my age maybe $102. Let's just say $100,000, and 4 months later I pass away. If it's a whole life policy, they gotta pay that out. Where is it even?
Right.
You know what I mean? Only paid you for 4 or 5 months, and you have to relinquish that money to my family.
Yes.
To my beneficiaries.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So.
Well,
you had a question?
Yeah, I do. My question is, what about insurance, for lack of better words, the cats who are like street cats and wild with drug problems?
I can insure them.
Jail, been shot, all of
she
that
said
kind.
she
Do
can-
they
she
go
said she
like
can
under
insure
high
everybody,
risk?
anybody, right.
I can insure them for a final expense policy.
Okay.
Same day, as long as they have an income.
Uh-huh.
I have to verify you have an income, you have an address. You know what I mean? Your license and certain documentations that I need to receive from you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yes, absolutely. I have a client who actually insured her grandson who is currently incarcerated. She insured him. He can't because he's there and he doesn't have an income.
Right.
But she's able to insure him, and he's incarcerated. He's very young, and she wanted a small policy on him. We talked. We went through the numbers. We talked about her budget and what she was looking to do. I was able to find a carrier for her. As I said, I'm not captive, so I do not work for like the company A.
Yeah,
I'm a
I hear
broker,
you.
so I work for myself.
Right.
I work for my clients. My clients is who I work for.
Okay.
So I was able to get her insurance same day, so she'll have enough to at least, if anything happens, she's not stressed out about how she gonna make things.
Because I've heard of different, it's in my neighborhood that's like that. You know, like I want to get some insurance on my grandson because he's out doing what he does.
We got a caller.
You know, so thank you.
You can do that. We can talk.
Dr. Roxanne
I'm
Contee
good.
show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Caller.
Tibbs, I want to ask this question. Does she insure out of state?
You insure out of state?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that when if you live out of state?
Yes.
I can. Absolutely.
Yeah, he would. She definitely will insure out of state.
Whatever state you live in.
He would talk to you soon. So definitely she's going to tell you how to reach her, and then I also give you her number too. Q, if you would like to get in contact with her. Okay.
She can talk about
Great show. Thank you for coming on with that information.
Thank you.
Not talked about, but much needed.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you
you
for calling.
And we'll repost it in the comment section on the
Anybody else want to call 443-522-3988? We're going to talk about how to get in touch with you. How can everybody get in touch with you if they want to, get some insurance or anything like that?
Of course. So you can reach me at info at covermejg.com.
Okay. So did you hear? Repeat it one more time so everybody can hear.
Yes, info at cover COVER me MEJG for my name Jeannine Gatewood.com.
All right.
And I'll give you my phone number as well. My number is 267-269-7204. Call me so we can schedule an appointment and talk about your unique situation, and let's get you covered.
All right. So if y'all heard the information, that was good information
Yes, it was.
for you to call. Definitely, you will not be disappointed. Let's do this. This is important.
Yeah.
This is more important than let's party tonight. You go to a party, something happens. So what you're going to do after that happens? You got to find. Oh, I have no life insurance. Oh my goodness. Then you got to come out of pocket to bury that person.
Yeah.
So let's just work on this. This is very important.
Yes, it is.
All right, thank you for coming. So you want to stay with the picture afterwards?
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you
All
guys.
right, so we're going to introduce our other guests. All right, Norman Galloway. Let's come on over. And Tips. Malik. That's what it is. All right, how y'all doing?
Good. How about yourself?
All right, Norman. All right, how y'all been? How you been? Good.
Working hard.
Working hard?
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all both are musicians, am I right?
Yeah.
All right, artists. Okay. So could you tell me a little bit about you, Norman?
Well, I make beats, shoot videos, and DJ at the same time.
Oh, you make beats, shoot video, and DJ at the same time. Wow. What got you started into doing that?
When I was younger, my uncle Maik, he used to DJ, so I used to follow up behind him. But I want to be like him when I grow up. Yeah.
You want to be like your uncle, okay?
Hey, that was one of my lives.
Yeah. So, could you tell me a little bit about you?
Yes, I'm an artist. I rap, I sing, I produce as well. Me and this guy, we team up together and try to bring out good energy to our community,
Yes.
Make them dance, make them feel good, that type of thing.
Oh, we got a caller.
Already. Okay. Call in.
Dr. Roxanne Contee show.
Hey, it's Aisha calling all the way from Georgia.
All right, Aisha from Georgia. How are you?
Oh my God, I just want to say I got a link with that lady for some life insurance. I just love the topic today, and I just love the show, and I love your outfit. And hey, Sharon.
Thank you.
Oh, wait till I can see it.
Thank you.
Say hey, Norm Beats. I love
What's going on?
the video, tippy toes. Keep doing what you're doing. So
Yeah.
proud of you, and I love the show. I love the topic.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate
I'm
it.
still praying for you. Rest in peace, Georgie. And
Yeah,
I'm still
thank you.
here for you, and I love you, Roxy.
Yes, love you too. Thank you so much for calling. And definitely, Norman, Galloway, she thanks you. She knows your beats. You do a good job with your beats, right?
Mhm.
And thank you. Thank you so much.
You're a very handsome young man, and shout out to your friend.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
And I just want you to keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And this music industry, you are a musical genius, okay?
So did you get the information from Jeannine? Did you get her information? Because she
I wrote it down.
Good. Because definitely you could look it up because that's very important. I'm glad you called to talk about that because that definitely is important. Because people don't think about
And
that.
also mental health.
Oh, mental health.
That's
yes,
a whole nother show.
that's a whole. Look, we're gonna have a whole new show about that because people really need help. They do.
Girl, you ain't never lie.
No, I never lied. She said. All right. That part. All right. Have a good one.
That part.
I love you all.
Love you too. All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So what kind of when you say beats, is it for only like rapping when you're doing rap, or is it other kind
Nah,
of
I go
music?
for everybody.
You do?
Yeah, like if I got a rock star that need a beat, I'm on it.
A rock star. Okay.
Mhm.
They need a beat. All right.
I have a question. So how do you, I have actually two questions.
Mhm.
First question is, how do you come up with the beats? And the second question, since you're a DJ, since now everything is high tech, like people don't use turntables anymore.
Right.
What do
Nah,
they
everything's
use
on computer now.
Like
Everything's on
computer,
computer.
so
Yeah.
So
Do you like
basically,
that
it's
better?
more easier, but it's still the same thing. They give you the same feel.
still,
Same
you know,
thing.
scratching and stuff. Though.
Mhm.
I'm old school.
Absolutely. So when I come up with my beats, I think outside of the box.
So you gotta start
I'll
about.
be the one to create something crazy. They'll be like, yo, that's dope.
The people say it's dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But I try to keep up with the genre, what's going on right now.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, you gotta be you.
You gotta be you, right?
I mean, like, I gotta be how Swiss Beats is,
Mm-hmm.
how everybody else is as a producer. So I'm doing beats. I
Right.
gotta do what I gotta do
Yeah.
to make it happen.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful.
Mhm.
Wow, and I see you, because I haven't seen you in a while, because I know that you've been on the Philly Hot Radio one time before.
Yeah.
And came on here and talked about, what you do. You remember Sharon? Yeah, he was on
Well,
here.
actually, I'm moving harder and doing big things right now. Like me and him right now.
Oh, yeah.
Our song is on all platforms. Tippy Toes.
Oh, so that's
Yeah,
a,
it's
oh,
a
that's what
dance
she was
song.
talking about. Tippy
Ah, Tippy Toes.
Yeah.
So,
Go check that out.
yeah, so,
How you check it out?
Is it a dance?
We on
can
Spotify.
y'all do
Pandora, all that good stuff.
Okay.
a little
Example? Yeah.
example or no?
I mean,
I was gonna be
you
prepared.
can.
Can you do a human beatbox?
Yes.
We ain't.
Mhm.
No, he would be back there.
You got
We didn't
we got
acquire
little
that
speaker.
skill yet.
You do?
Yeah. We can play what we got.
You can? Okay.
Okay,
Hey,
bring it
we
on.
got-
Bring it on. Let's hear it a little bit.
Let's hear it.
Yes.
Something
Yes.
to dance to. Like
Something to
right
dance?
now,
Mhm.
we're actually I'm putting together a dance. It's a dance joint we're putting together
Okay.
now for TikTok right now.
For
A
TikTok?
dance
Okay.
challenge. Yeah.
Okay.
So
When you hear it, you're gonna be like, okay. How I came up with the beat, I was asleep,
Mhm.
and I was thinking of Mexican, and I said, if I put a Mexican beat together to what they making now,
Yeah.
that'll blow up.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So that means everybody getting up and dance or what? That kind of beat?
Yeah, everybody's on it right now.
All right.
Kids,
Dance
everybody.
beat, huh?
All
Everybody's like,
right.
Right.
bring it on.
Yes.
when you hear the beat, you're gonna be like,
Wow.
it's one of them type of beats you wanna dance to.
You want
Give me
to
a
dance
We actually did something
hmm
in this area.
Did you?
We did it here in the studio,
Just give us-
and we did it in my partner's studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's giving you the preview.
Go crazy, crazy, cue my right, cue my left, in the middle now. Jump in, jump in, let them know now. Stand on your tippy toes. Your
Yeah,
tippy
you be on your
toes.
tippy toes,
Your
right?
tippity toes. Your 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 tippity toes.
When you say,
Yeah, you gotta show
Yeah,
us.
what's the tippy toe?
It's a dance. It's a dance.
Turn around
to the camera. Let them see. Yes. Your tippy toe.
Jazz in the rock and roll with a rocky soul, bitch. I got control. Got you on your tell me how you tell me how you like it. That how you do. And you looking righteous, might make a move. You probably think I
you
might
gotta be on your tippy
toes.
You can even go like this.
Give it to me right, if you give it to me right.
Right.
I might
Put your
go
own
ahead and
twist
put
on
that
it.
right.
Put your own twist to it. All right.
I'll hit that though.
Hey, that's cool.
The beat,
Hey.
I sit that hoe. When I get that goal.
All
That's a
right.
like no tic tac toe. To get that no.
No tic-tac-toe, but tippy toe.
Crazy, crazy.
That's nice. I like that beat.
Like that?
Yes, yes. That beat was nice.
That's
I like
different.
that.
All right.
Yes.
So right now, we just doing the TikTok joint right now.
You doing
We got
the
the little kids love it.
little kids be doing.
They on it.
I know you
crazy.
mentioned something about little kids was supposed to come with you this
Yeah,
day.
we got
Right,
a video.
yeah.
We got a video releasing in about a week.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
It's a
they the
video
future.
release.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we was aiming
Yeah,
at
I'm
this
so
thing.
proud of you, Norman, because I knew Norman.
Something fun.
I'm proud of you. You keep it up, what you're doing, all the stuff that you're doing, and it's so
Yeah.
nice
Well, I
to meet
went
you.
harder
too.
because my brother, when he passed away,
Yes, he is
I
a twin
found his
brother.
laptop.
hmm
He had all my music on there.
Oh,
Did he?
wow.
Yeah.
He's a twin. I mean, identical twin brother that passed on.
Oh, I'm sorry to
Yeah,
hear that.
yeah. And I remember him telling us about your twin
Yep.
brother. And they're identical. Could they tell y'all apart at all, you and your brother? Because when I
Well,
seen the picture, I was like,
They didn't
which
say
one is
twin.
Norman? Huh?
People
Yeah, 'cause
that
I'm a
get us
twin,
mixed
too.
up be like, hey, what's up, twin?
What's up, twin? They just say, what's up, twin?
Right.
Like I said, that song is on all platforms right now.
Wow.
Go check that out.
Awesome.
On all
Happy for you
platforms. So
guys.
where would you get the songs from? Like where would you buy it and everything? Would you buy it anywhere? Is it out now?
You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on every platform.
Okay.
Every platform? Wow.
Apple Music,
Apple Music, TikTok,
Amazon, just Google it and you'll see it pop up.
Just say Tippy Toes.
Yep.
Tippy
Norm
Toes.
Beats.
Norm Beats.
I like that.
Oh, okay.
Norm Beats, right. I like the Tippy Toes.
And I like how they sound because they don't sound like the typical what I call mumble, marble, mush mouth rap.
No.
Yeah, right.
Seriously, like
Yeah.
what? Like what are you saying? Like
No, see, I like
I can't stand
guys
that.
like Little Duval and all them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like songs like that where it got a line dance to it.
Mm-hmm.
So if it ain't got a dance to it, I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it.
Yeah.
Well, that was nice.
You gotta be
yeah.
able to feel good when you're on stage.
Right.
Anthems.
And you want people to dance and everything.
The
And then what I
younger
like
crowd, the
about
older
this
crowd.
kind of music, like you don't have no cursing in it, right?
Nah, not at all.
No cursing in it. Because that's what I mean, some of these songs out now, you know, I don't like the cursing part. I mean, that's not necessary, you know.
Not at all.
It's not necessary to call girls this and call them all kinds of names. I don't think that's
I mean, you
necessary.
can still have clean songs.
You can have a clean
feel
song
good
and
to
have,
it.
yes, you can.
Right.
Yes, you
Absolutely.
can. That's what I like about the music that you have. You know, it's clean.
Yep,
And that's
absolutely.
a good thing.
And I like that sound. It's different because I remember one time I went to Atlanta and I thought that I was hearing the same song like 4 times, but it wasn't the same song. It was 4 different songs, but they sound the same. I was like,
The beat sound the same, right?
everything, it all sounds the same. And they were like, no, that's this song, that's that song.
Everybody
Yes,
tries to
that
follow
song.
everybody at
Right.
the same time.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
you
that-
gotta keep up with the genre, but at the
Right.
same time, you gotta put your twist to it.
Right, exactly.
Not everybody else's.
Originality.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it
that
is, all about
originality. Yeah.
originality.
Wow, this is wonderful. So, what was your greatest process like with this music? Like, what did you do that you consider really great?
What we doing now?
Yeah,
What we doing right now? Like, we actually make a move.
making moves.
Yes.
All right. Are y'all making the moves? Are they in Philadelphia, or is it other places?
It's other places.
I
Okay.
actually got a single out called Lyrical Landscape that I got some
Miracle Landscape.
pretty good acclaim on. Yeah.
Okay.
I like
Cassidy
Awesome,
gave me a
guys.
shout out.
Yeah.
He sings that well. He
Like
sings
that.
too.
Yeah, I
He
also
sings
do
too?
R&B
Oh, you
Good
sing?
music. Mm-hmm.
So,
How can you give us a little?
do a little something, give us a little something.
He said, "Don't put me on the
No,
spot."
but you know, as an artist,
Like
you always have to be
acapella.
available. You have to always be ready.
Absolutely.
Because you never know when that one person, like say if I'm like some producer or whatever, I'm like, yo, so give us just a little something, something.
Little something,
Ooh,
something.
I think she likes me. But do I like her? Yes, I like her. I might wife her, 'cause she's a keeper. Independent. Gotta meet her. I say, ooh, I think she likes me. I said, ooh, I think she likes me, yeah. 'Cause she's a keeper, independent. Just a little song.
Oh no!
You know what? I like it. Let me just say,
Acapella. You did. That's what you did. Acapella. That's great.
and I feel you can judge.
I always say people can sing when they do acapella. If they
Yeah.
sound good on
If you know
acapella.
music ain't good.
I tap into R&B, but I'm a rapper, you know, artist. You know, I call myself an artist. I do a lot of different things.
But when you versatile like that, you don't have to you know, some people when they're just one thing, there's like, okay, now I gotta reinvent myself.
Absolutely.
But if you're all those things, then you're gonna have that longevity because you ain't gotta be like, oh dang, okay, I was a rapper for 2 years, okay, that's all I can do is rap. Now I'll be a dancer, okay, now I'm gonna be this. So that's really good, the
That's
versatility.
like me. When I get people, when they want beats, I ask them, what are you going to do with it? You going to let it sit? Or are you going to do something with it? I can rap better than I can sing. What can you do? Can you do all of them?
Right.
Should be able to do all of them.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, guess what, guys? I thank you so much. You know, for coming in and sharing
Thank you
and
for
sharing
having
what you do.
me. Appreciate
You know, and when it comes out, you know, records, well not records, but your CDs or whatever. When it comes out, maybe we can have you back on the show also.
Absolutely.
I still
Talk
say
about
records
it.
too.
You say records.
I still
Oh,
say
we see,
records
we
too.
from
I
the
don't
old
care.
school. We say records.
Still records. I still say albums.
Yeah.
Same old school too.
They say he 46, so he
Dr.
old
Rock,
school too. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We always say records or.
It's a habit.
What's the one?
I still
Records
say
or
CDs,
albums.
I still say albums.
Yeah, but a lot of things on, like you said, a lot of things on text. Oh, no, 45. We're not that old, Earl.
We ain't
45.
Vinyl, y'all remember vinyl?
Yeah, we do, but we ain't talking about that.
That's what I was
Brother Earl.
DJing with the vinyl stuff.
His name was E.C. Rock, Earl Contee. He was the DJ back in the day.
Yes.
E.C. Rock.
E.C. Rock. Low
E.C.
Rock.
Rock.
Lil Rock is
Oh shit,
No, that's Lil Rock. Me and him was to work together from time to time.
Yeah.
He passed though.
Right, he passed, right.
Yeah, that's what Earl was. That's what Earl. He was
But I was back in the
always a
80s.
DJ, and one time he was definitely a
In
DJ.
90s.
I think that's where we met, maybe a little bit. No, we didn't meet there. But no, we didn't meet there. We did know him. I knew him when he was DJing. I did know him when he was DJing. But yes, so we called him E.C. Rock.
Contee.
E.C. Rock Contee.
Yeah, that's what it
Oh, that's
is.
your name,
Yeah,
Contee?
E.C. Rock Contee.
Oh, his name is Contee.
Going back in the past.
Going back in the
A blast from the past to say.
Oh, wow.
So what we doing? We have our guests, and we want to thank you so much, both of you, for coming in.
No doubt. Thank you.
Because we get ready to close the show. We have someone that wants to close for us, and so we just thank you for all that you do. Keep doing it for the young ones. Like you said, the young kids love it.
Mm-hmm.
We have young kids, and it's positive. So now when they do this, if they get into music, they realize, oh, they positive. Everything they saying out their mouth is positive. It's not cursing. It's not none of that. That's what I love about your music.
And how can they find y'all?
Yeah, how can they find
Norman Beats on
Yeah, tell the camera.
Look in the cameras.
Norman Beats on Google. You look me up.
Mm-hmm.
Norman Galloway on
Okay.
Facebook. Norman
Mhm.
Beats the General on Instagram.
It's Google Maik Most High on all major platforms. Spotify, Pandora. Just Google it and everything will pop up.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Can you spell that?
The dance coming real
Yeah.
soon.
Spell it for
Yeah,
people,
both of you actually.
so we can look it up.
It's
Yeah.
It's MALIK
Okay.
MOS, no T, MOSHIGH, Maik Most High.
Okay.
And we'll also post it in the comments on the rebroadcast.
Yes.
So make sure.
Appreciate
Yes.
that.
Mhm. And we also because it's on YouTube also be on so all that with your names out there and
You all over the world, actually.
all over right. So we appreciate you guys. But we'll take pictures afterwards. But we have one more thing that we have to do, and then we closing down.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
All right, thanks.
You stay because we want to take pictures with you.
Okay.
Don't forget to tell your friends to subscribe to the YouTube
Yes.
channel.
Whoa, no doubt.
So we're about to close, but I have a friend that we have that is from Winfield for Life. He likes to always close us out. He likes to have his music. So he's telling us he has different beats and different sounds. So we wanted to give him a chance to let us hear his different sound so we can close out.
This one a little different today.
All
A little
right.
different today?
Nah, we ain't doing funky flyouts and all that today.
Not
Not today?
No funky-
Well, I can if you
No,
want. You
no.
tell me what's good
Oh
for
no,
you.
whatever.
Alright, whatever
we just
you-
need
whatever-
one,
whatever you
doing that you're doing that you said was new. And
Whatever
that's
you
it.
doing.
And I know your little. You probably don't remember me. I know your little brother, man.
Brenda.
Okay.
Beautiful dude.
Yeah.
I remember y'all pop used to
Okay,
be
yeah,
when
we on
you
air.
come down the street.
Yes.
We're still on air.
Still on air.
We're still on air.
You got the amplifier?
Oh, yeah.
You have the
got it.
amplifier?
Small world, man.
Yeah, we're getting another treat.
Yeah, another treat. So, baby,
It's been a wonderful show.
I need some coffee.
all right.
Y'all have to excuse me today, everybody. I'm not myself because I didn't have my coffee.
Oh, she didn't have her coffee. I thought you drink coffee.
No, not
You didn't
my
have
real
enough.
coffee. You know my coffee, Dr. Rock. I have
Oh,
to
your
have.
coffee. Okay, okay.
So I'm not myself today.
What brand you like?
Shebang.
Not at all.
Shebang. Shebang. Shebang.
Right in front of the camera.
All right.
Everybody's got opinions on nothing. Say we're flying down the pole with no ending. And if I die before I wake, will let me wake up from this dream. When we
Try to close us out, but me and Sharon want to say one thing before we close out. Thank you all to all my supporters, or Sharon supporters. We thank you, everybody. God bless you. We love you and tell you thank you so much. Subscribe. Please subscribe. It doesn't cost to subscribe to my channel, Dr. Roxanne Contee's channel. Subscribe so we can get more followers. We appreciate you. Love you. And guess what? I want to thank the guests for coming on. Wonderful guests. Wonderful guests. I tell you, the topic that you had today was wonderful. It's important. It's needed. It's not want. It's needed. Yeah. Okay? People got to understand. It's not you want insurance. You need insurance. Yes. You know, because everybody's grieving. When people die, you grieve. You love your loved ones. Yeah, you know, they say you see them again. Yeah, but you love them. They left so early. And you want to make sure that they're taking, your people that's back are more suffering because they're not, the money is not there to pay for housing, to pay for anything that's needed, or, you know, or pay for the burial. Or, you know, or funeral period. So let's just all think about that. Think about that. That's very important. And we thank you, Jeannine, for coming in, and we appreciate you for telling everybody about life insurance.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
So would you like to say
I just want to say the same thing, piggyback off that. Thank you. We had It's a great time. And like I said, I really appreciate artists who can do that a cappella, you know.
Yes, that was wonderful.
And also, I just want to say, everybody, we don't know the time, but save the date for July 11th for a play called The Washdown.
Yeah, no, not July the 29th.
I'm sorry, July
29th. The play is Washed Down. And it's actually a good play.
Yes.
Mosette, the writer, she wrote about her life, and it's going to be wonderful. We have great cast members, and we want everybody to, you know, buy the tickets when they come out. We're going to have tickets probably by next week. So let's do this. I'm the executive director of the play. So, and Sharon's in it. She's in the cast. So we would like y'all to support us in that. And thank everybody who do support. Y'all don't know how much it means to me in my heart. I support you. Anything you do, I support you all the way. All the time. I try to support everybody. So I just want to thank everybody again and again. And God bless you. Remember, God is the reason for our season. That's why we're here. We would not be here if it wasn't for Him. He would not woke us up this morning. Amen. But we woke up. A lot of people didn't do it. They didn't wake up this morning, but we did. And artists, let me just say this. I have to shout y'all out again myself again. Thank you so much. Y'all young, and see, by you being young, this is it. This is where it is. You're doing your artist, and y'all keep on keeping on. Keep going up that ladder to success.
Thanks for that.
You're doing great.
And I just pray that y'all get the support you need, because like me and Roxanne always say, support only costs free $99. That's it.
That's it.
Free $99.
So subscribe. I got 5,000. What I got? 5,000 followers.
Right.
Why can't we subscribe? Okay, you know, a lot of people scroll down your page. They just look and say whatever. But it's nice to subscribe. Look at it. It's fine. I see people. I'm always trying to support others. I love to see people doing stuff. I love to see. I give you your flowers while you're here. I give you flowers while you're here, which means I support you in everything you do.
There you go.
You know, so love you all. Have a blessed week. And remember, God is the reason for the season.